Alright, what's going on, guys? TTorres back here for another video. So in today's video we're going to be deleting the rear fender on the Honda Grom. I'm going to be going a different direction than what I stated in the previous videos. And if you're watching this video, one lucky winner that watched last week's video is going to be winning a free oil change on the 2022 Honda Grom. I'm going to be providing 1 quart of oil and 1 oil filter. Thank you all that entered. And yeah, let's get into today's video. So my previous video, I told you that I had the TST high mount fender eliminator kit, which we are going to be installing today, along with the LED license plate light. But we are not going to be using the BL6 turn signals anymore. And the reason for that is because I went ahead and they had restocked their integrated sequential turn signal tail light that's going to replace the factory one. And I think I like the look of that light, plus with the look of the high mount tail lights. Here, I'll show you. So their integrated light here is going to be an all-in-one. It's going to be smoke, it's going to be a brake light, left turn signal, right turn signal. But we're going to worry about that in another video. But for today's install, we're going to be deleting this rear fender, so let's get into it. I'm super excited and I cannot wait to get rid of this hideous rear fender on this bike. Okay, first things first, let's get this seat off. Okay, and what we're going to pay attention to is right here. We're going to get this wiring harness here, and we're going to simply pull this cover back. Okay, so I stand corrected, pull this boot back, and then where the boot was on this side, boom, just like that, it pops apart. Alright, so the next step we are going to be doing is we're going to drop these 4 10mm bolts here, one here, and then these 2 back here in the rear. So let's go ahead and get your 10mm wrench, ratchet, whatever you have, and let's get this bad boy out. Let's get these puppies out. This is going to allow us to get this fender loose. Boom, that's done. Okay, we got the front 2 removed. We got these 2 removed. And remember, you're going to have to fish this wire here down and around through that little plastic piece right there. Go around that. And then we'll pull it down. There's another side that needs to come through. Okay, give me 1 second. Figure out this. Okay, and just like that, we have the fender removed off the bike, as you can see. And this wiring piece right here, you're gonna have to finagle it just a little bit. Like I said, you're gonna go around this hook right there, come out, bend this plastic out just a little bit, and then there's another hole, as you can see, right where my finger is. That's where you want to pull the fender out. So you can do this in whatever order you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and take the hardware to disassemble or to demount the license plate itself. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is I took all the goodies out of the bag and had everything separated how it needs to be separated. These are going to go in the rear, and then these are going to go to this. You're going to put your smaller washer on the bolt first. We're going to go into the bracket here, as you can see. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put our nut on just to get this started, and then the same thing on the other side. Remember, small washer is going to go here. Okay, we're going to put our nut on the rear. Oh, excuse me, on the rear side as well. You're going to put the other supplied. They give you 2 bigger washers that are also going to go on the back side. I'll show you that here in just a second. Okay, so on the front, as you can see here, we have a smaller washer. Then on the back, as you can see here, we have the bigger washer on the back. Okay, and then there's 2 other sides right here. We're going to put our smaller ones that are going to self thread into the back of the bracket mounting plate itself. Okay, now that I've shown you the assembly of how this is supposed to go, we're going to go ahead and mount it to right here. So let me take my hardware back off the back. This is super simple install. I think the longest part's probably going to be me wiring up. Is going to be me wiring up the license plate light. So one washer here, one nut here. Okay, one more washer. Whoops, come on. One more washer and one more nut. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all this nice and snug, and then I'll catch back up with you guys in just a second. Okay, and then on this other side, as you can see here, we have the self-threading screw with washer, and you can see that TST already has a provided spot. So we're gonna go ahead, drill those puppies in, get these nice and secure, and then tighten up these nuts and bolts right here. Okay, so there you have it. There is the first look of what the fixed high mount license plate bracket is gonna look like. It looks super good. This bike looks so much better without that ugly rear fender. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and take this back off. I got a little ahead of myself. I need to drill the hole for the license plate light as well. So if you don't have a license plate light, or you're not gonna be using external signals, you don't need to worry about taking the wire out of here. I'm not gonna be doing external signals because I'm gonna do the integrated one with the tail light, but I am gonna be adding the license plate light. So I'm gonna take this back off, just take these two bolts out, unscrew the top here, and let's get to drilling a spot for the license plate light. All right, so as you can see right here, TST is so nice and kind. They do provide us with a hole for us to drill. There's a little small, right where my thumb's at. That's exactly where you need to drill. We're gonna start out with a 3/30 seconds, and we're gonna work our way up to a 5/30 seconds to help pass the wires. Make sure there's nothing below you, no fingers, no nothing. Let's go ahead and drill this bad boy out. Super simple. Let's go ahead and step it up, and I'll catch up with you guys once we're done drilling this hole out. Alrighty, let's double check our work. I have the light here in my hand. We should be good to go. Make sure you clean off any burrs that are on the outside of that plastic. And like I said, I went all the way up to a 5/30 seconds, and yeah, I think this light is going to be, I think that's going to be a nice, perfect hole. Put that out there on the bracket. Yep, so just double check and make sure everything pulls through just fine, and you have no burrs that are going to scrape or penetrate your wires going through your new pre-drilled hole. All right, so the next few parts are kind of tricky. Well, I say the next few parts, but actually getting the light to go through the hole and exactly come out where you want to. So what I had to do was I had to feed a little bit of the wire up through here, and you can't really see right where my finger's pointing. I got a pair of needle nose pliers, and this was already kind of bent, and I was able to take it and snag it through. So I have everything pretty much set up how it's gonna go. So it's pretty much gonna look something like that. Obviously I'll get it straightened up, but that was a chore. Just take your time with feeding these wires through, or if you want to, you could feed it through prior, but this is just the way that I wanted to do it. Make sure you leave yourself enough slack so you can have some adjustment room on exactly how you want to get your license plate to set up. Okay, so that's pretty much as far as I can go today. So I'm going to end this video here. Everything is completely done as far as the fender eliminator is done. The rear license plate light, all it has to do is I'm just waiting on the rear sequential tail light to come in. So what I'm going to do in the time being is tuck up all these wires, zip tie it, and then we're going to get a plug from the aftermarket tail light that's going to plug into the factory plug, and then we're just going to tap in this wire into a power and ground, which will make the license plate light work. So let me go ahead, button everything up here, get everything nice and secured so everything's not flopping around, put the seat on, we'll bring the bike outside and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. I think it looks absolutely amazing. All right, so here is the first look of the TST Eliminator high mount license plate. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Now, as you can see here, I did not get to finish wiring up the actual license plate light, but I explained that to you all. All I gotta do is wait on the rear sequential tail light integrated turn signal. So all I gotta do is tap into 2 wires, hot in the ground. But here you have it, guys. I think that looks so much better than the factory fender. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is hideous. This is what used to be on here. So I'm thinking, I love it. The bike looks so much more sportier, as you can tell, just without having that fender. And then I think the high mount looks good. You know, they make a fully adjustable one, but I think I'm happy with the way this one turned out. It looks super good. So there you guys have it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notification, leave this video a big like, and then once we get the tail light in, obviously I'll continue the wiring procedure for the license plate light. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Congratulations to the winner who won the oil and oil filter. That'll be the next clip. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you turn on your notifications. You guys do not want to miss any more videos. Thank you all for watching. Peace.